go today?
Yeah, it's good. The guys were running around. They're working hard. They're trying to improve every day. Good energy, good enthusiasm. Just got to keep tough. We call it Tough Guy Tuesday. Try to make it as hard as possible on these guys, and got to clean up today's mistakes tomorrow and keep on moving forward.
Coach, how do you feel like your D-line has held up so far in the Big Ten?
Yeah, the guys got to keep on working at the techniques. I think we got to continue. We use the term strike, getting our hands on people, being able to recreate the line of scrimmage. The more knockback we can get, the more that's going to help the defense. Got to go from trying to get knocked back and then transition into the pass game and keep continuing to try to get after the quarterback a little bit more. But we got to keep on going. Guys are working hard at it.
How frustrating.
Big Ten lines basically look the same every week.
As far as like being size-wise and stuff, yeah. I mean, this is. I don't think there's any secret that in this conference there's great offensive lines and great. They do a great job of mixing the run and the play actions, and then when they need to drop back and throw, it's some big guys that you got to work against. So it's a challenge every week. But as a coach, I've known that for the last 20 years. You watch the Big Ten on film, or you watch them on TV or whatever, and some of the best offensive lines. It's a great challenge, and our guys got to be up for it.
Does that change the way that you have to develop or recruit defensive linemen different from when you were in the American?
I think that, for me, I think probably just like most D-line coaches, I want as big and strong and fast and athletic as I can get. So we got to continue to kind of get those type of bodies, I think, across the board. And the bigger they are, I'm happy with that. I want I want to look up at guys, and I also want to feel skinny when I walk into the D-line room, which is really, really hard to do. So the bigger they can get, the better.
What kind of reps are you seeing from DeAndre right now?
DeAndre's got a big giant club on his hand, so it's a little harder for him, but he's working. He's had some great strikes in the last 2 days, even just kind of with almost one hand. And he's a guy that, for me, since I got here, he's done nothing but work his tail off and improve himself both on and off the field. He's had a great semester in the classroom so far. I've gotten some great feedback from that way. He's just a guy that's dialed in, and I think wants to try to be the best that he can be.
Where did that injury come in for him? Was that a game?
Yeah, in the Purdue game, at the end of the Purdue game, yeah. He just got smacked and ended up getting a back of the hand type of thing.
Is he a redshirt possibility?
He could be. We got to figure out exactly where we need him and where he's going to fit out the best. But he didn't redshirt last year, and he's played in 4 games so far this year. So rule-wise, he's a guy that could certainly fit that. We got to figure out exactly what we're going to do with him. And he's a guy that's he's getting reps in practice, getting ready to go, and training to get in the game. So if we need to put him in there, then we'll do that. We got to continue to increase those sack numbers. I think there isn't a D-line, the same deal. There's not a D-line coach in the country that's saying, oh, we have too many sacks. That's not going to happen. You want to recreate the line of scrimmage. The TFL numbers will keep going up, and we got to be aggressive that way to get those done. And then you got to be able to get these offenses off track. If you can get sacks not only on 3rd down to get off the field, which we know is the most important, that's why everybody calls it the money down, but if you can get them on 1st and 2nd down and get the offense off their what schedule they want to be on, then you have a chance to start controlling the games. And so we got to continue to move that in that direction, definitely.
What'd you see from Carlos on the roughing the passer, and what'd you say to him on that play?
Yeah, well, I don't know if we could put that on the record. It's just a fine line. He's trying to be aggressive. He's trying to get after the quarterback. I think anxious and hungry to make a play, and I think that's part's great. However, in this day and age, and this is something we talked about it with Freedom when it happened to him. He got the same call on him against Purdue. Now in Freedom's, he got kind of, if you watch it, pushed in the back and kind of thrown into it and all that stuff. But we made a big point about that deal. You cannot hit the quarterback with any part of your body in the head. It just, in this day and age, you can't do it. And they call it from Pee Wee football to the NFL. I think everybody's going to call that call, and it's an easy call. So really what we try to get him to do is go towards the throwing arm. You want to be off the middle of the body, so you stay away from the head. So really, and we try to actually pinpoint it, to attack that throwing elbow, so you're not going and trying to hit down the middle of the body. And I think he's a guy that all he wants to do is win for this team, and I don't think it was a malicious, I'm going to be reckless and get a personal foul here. I think I was trying to be aggressive. I put my hands up to try to bat the ball down, and then I just kept on going, and his force went into it. So not only Carlos has to learn from it, we all have to learn from it as a defensive line, so that error doesn't happen again. Once is too many. Now we've had it twice. Now we got to be smart. Can't hit these guys in the head. We got to target the arm, be on the side of the body instead of down the middle of the body, and then be able to be in that strike zone area that everybody talks about. So we got to be smart. You got to stay away from these guys' heads, and the guys in the back end, they fight the same dilemma with the receivers. You know, the guys, you know, either going down low to get a ball or, you know, moving their body to react to a ball, and you got to find a way to stay off of the head, whether it's with your head or with your shoulder, or with your arm, or whatever it is. You got to be smart in playing football. So the game changes. I think it evolves over time. I think you've seen it evolve from leather helmets to face masks all the way up through, and the rules change, and it's for the best interest of the game, for the best interest of the players. We got to be smart in what we're doing.